the counter to that argument is have confidence. Who cares? If you walk up to someone and you just say respectfully, if someone calls you a creeper, you need to reevaluate your behavior. You need to reevaluate how drunk you are. You need to reevaluate what your approach was. If someone's calling you a creeper, full stop, because that's real. The girls don't just throw out creeper, especially if you're a good looking dude. Like, you guys have no idea how far it goes, right? It's about the approach. If you come off threatening or, you know, like sometimes asking for the number is a little much. So a non-threatening thing is like, oh, follow me online. And then you slide into the DM. It's a little bit non-threatening. You don't have my phone number, but you still are on my phone. It's almost the same thing, but there's just a little bit of separation. But as far as rejection, guys, have confidence. If you're being rejected, you got to evaluate your approach. And then second, like, if you're confident in yourself, you won't really give a shit if you get rejected.
I wanted to ask you a question. So there's this theory that all women are hypergamous, meaning every time they date it, like as they date up, it's almost impossible to go back down. Do you think that's true? Like once a woman experiences a higher level guy, she'll never be satisfied dating a guy that makes less or is on a lower level?
I think that could be true because some people are accustomed to like a certain lifestyle. I think for me, it's levels of intelligence. That's where I can't go backwards on. Okay. Levels of intelligence. Like I date someone older, knows what they want, maybe someone who's already been divorced, someone who's already kind of like lived a life, and the way they treat me is like second wife energy. You know, like they've already been through this, they've already played this game, very direct, very straightforward. Hey, I really like you. I want to go for dinner. They have the means to take me to dinner. Like I like that. Versus like the 25-year-old who's like, hey, I want to go out. And I'm like, oh, gosh, you're so cute. But like, I'm not going to date you. Like we might hook up.
Dollar beer night on Friday.
Like yeah, like we might hook up, but like, you know, I don't know if I could date you just because mentally I am on a different level, respectfully. And it's like, guys mature at different ages, women mature at different ages. So I think that's the biggest thing for me is I can't go backwards in maturity and intellect. And there are some young guys who've really impressed me and surprised me, you know, with their level of intellect and how they handle and how they carry themselves, which is amazing. And again, that's what we're encouraging on this show, right? We're teaching you guys how to carry yourselves, how to handle yourselves so that you can attract someone who's intelligent and emotionally mature and just, you know, mature in general. But that's the only thing I can't go backwards on.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, I've dated all spectrums of socioeconomics, and I think the biggest thing for me is make your own money.
Yeah.
Make your own money because no one's going to come save me. That was my whole thing. So I was like, I have to start a business. I have to create because we aren't in the 80s anymore. This isn't what it is back in the day. No one is, you know, if that was my path and God wanted me to be married with kids in a house right now, that would have happened for me. That happened for a lot of my friends, and I'm so happy for them. But I was like, okay, I'm feeling a push, you know, to keep making music. I'm feeling this push to live stream now and to open a business and to start my own fragrance. And I'm like, okay, God, what do you want me to do? And like, I just feel like I'm on the path. And when you're on a path with purpose, you got to do it for yourself. And so, you know, everyone has these expectations of like, oh, some dude with money is going to come in, swoop me up and wife me up. And I'm like, well, times have changed. Times have changed.
Yeah.
Guys aren't just doing that anymore.
Right.
And it's possible, but the guys that do that, like really love their girl. Like I'm sure you guys have friends who are like, I met her and I just knew she was the one. Oh. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
And then they've been together for 10 years, 5 years, 6 years plus, that you know they're going to get married, you know they're going to be together forever. And I love that and I applaud that. That just hasn't happened to me yet. And I think that's okay.
Do you think that dating gets more complicated as we get older? Or does it more simplify as we get older? Because you do start to see things more clearly as you get older, like meaning what you're looking for, what you want, that becomes clear. But do you feel that finding somebody becomes more difficult or the process is more difficult or not?
Yes and no. I think for me, like the more fame I acquire, it's a little bit more difficult. But I don't want to be like that artist that's like, oh, woe is me, lonely at the top. No, it's not. You are what you think. You are what you believe. What is your reality? You know, what I like about dating and like being older now is everyone's a little bit more direct. It's less games. Yeah. That's why homie really bamboozled me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, bro, you're you have like no hair. Like, why are you
Yeah.
still playing games?
Right.
Like, this is mind blowing. So I think also too, we have this like delayed maturity in people, men and women. I
Yeah.
don't think it's just guys. I think it's girls too. There's just like there's certain populations of people that are just haven't gotten with it. And what I like about being an adult is being able to be direct and being able to be like, well, you know, what are you looking for? What do you want to do? Where do you see yourself? And I think those are fair questions to ask. And then that makes it a little bit easier. But when you're younger, it's like people date for fun. And then when you get older, you date for intention.
Right.
And I think you just have to know what it is that you want and or figure it out. And you get hurt in the process as you figure it out.
Yeah.
And you hurt other people in the process as you figure it out.
Yeah.
But by the grace of God, we're forgiven. So as long as you put out good and you're honest, even if you're like, I just want to be friends, I just want to hook up, say that. Please just say that. Don't waste my time. It doesn't mean I'm going to say no. I might be down. I might still be down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just know what to expect from you. I'm not going to be bummed out when we don't go to a bougie dinner. I'm not going to be bummed out if you forget my birthday. Like, let us be clear about what your intentions are off the jump. And I think, and not everyone's wanting to get married. Not everybody wants to be a housewife. Some people just want to have fun.
Correct.
So I think you could just say that. And then you'll find and you'll attract what it is that you're looking for.
Yeah. It's valid. Yep.
Well, here's the probably one of the toughest questions that you might hear.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe easy to answer, but toughest to hear. Do you, in this kind of temperament that we have in this society, in this culture in 2025, do you expect to get married in the future?
I don't know. And I had a psychic reach out to me, and he said I was going to get married, but it was going to be like later on in my 30s. And he was like, how important is marriage to you? How important is having a child? And I said, it was important for a while. And I think just after this most recent heartbreak, I accepted the fact that like, I think I have a bigger purpose in life. Like, I've been volunteering in the Bronx, and I've been doing a fashion club for kids in middle school. And like, these kids are like getting in fights. These kids are insecure. A bunch of them are sexually active. They're all minors. It's really crazy. And some of them have no dad. And there's just so many issues, right? And I like see these peanuts, and I see myself in them, and I see where they're disadvantaged. And I'm like, you know, all the other coaches who are there too, they're all like, I wish someone came in and just told me like, decorate sneakers, you know, pour that creativity into this instead of doing drugs. So like, I try to give these kids that message of like, it doesn't matter what you're going through, what you have, like you can change this.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you're forced to go to school right now. Yeah, you're forced to be this way, but you have a bigger purpose, and you're here for a reason, and you're going to discover that, and you're going to find that, but just don't ruin your chances of being great by, you know, getting kicked out of school or doing drugs or getting arrested. And so that's been a really big learning experience. And in doing that, I feel like, well, maybe I'm going to be, you know, the cool auntie for 200 kids instead of having my own kids. Like, I just feel like I have so much going on. I'm even, you know, trying to work-life balance right now is really difficult for me. I love the concept of marriage. I love the idea. I love the idea of companionship. But now I'm in a position where I can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get worse. The more money I make, the less trust I will have for other people. So then it's like, okay, I need to be with someone who makes as much money as me or more. And then there's like one piece of distrust I can kind of move to the side and go, okay, well, we're on the same page here, so he can't fuck me over for this. And then you start to kind of do that process of elimination. But I am just trusting the process. And if God wants that for me, he will put it there. He will bring him. He'll put him into my life. I think if I just focus on being the best person that I can be, then if marriage is for me, it'll happen. I have the vision board. I know what I want it to look like. Like I love the whole concept of this matrimony under God, because it's a covenant under God. It's not just a wedding. It's not just a big party, a very expensive party. You know, it's a status thing, the ring, the whole thing. I'm like, if I really love you, I think materialism needs to be completely put aside. Like, would I marry you with no ring? Would I be with you forever with no big wedding? You know, I think those are the real questions. Again, just like we talk about social media, the wedding. It's all hype. It's $1 billion industry.
Yes.
You know, so I think that too. But again, it all kind of comes back to safety and security. And I feel like we all lack safety and security right now. So with marriage, someone would have to really, really prove it to me that they want to be with me. And I would just heavily, heavily pray about it and be like, God, I really like this guy. He seems to really like me. Is he the one? If he's not, remove him right away. I don't want to waste time. That's kind of my thought process right now.
Yeah. I really like that breakdown that you did, because I could see how real you feel about that. You know, you're not sure, and definitely gave an in-depth reason why you're not sure with everything that's gone on in our society today. Before I give the thoughts on marriage, let's just take a quick second to... Guys and gals, make sure you subscribe to the channel on YouTube, the podcast guys. Get us over 2,000. We've been going hard for just about 2 years now. We have wonderful guests that bring amazing value. You mentioned, and we'll get back into that quickly in a little bit too, that you actually saved the guy out there. So guys, we're here providing value. We're here giving you our very best, working hard. We have Jenna behind the scenes today, and everything that we do is for you guys. All we ask is for you to press that button. Don't be shy. Like the video, comment below if you have anything that you want to say, or any questions for us, any questions for Sasha. We'll be happy.
Let us know. Let me know in the comments. And
Let us know. Let us know. We'll have clips posted on Instagram and TikTok, and follow us on Rumble, the podcast guys _ on all those social media apps, and the podcast guys on Spotify and Facebook. And don't forget, we are on X. I do post and repost some posts that we see on X. So follow us there, the Podcast Guys 5. And Sasha, you want to drop your socials one more time?
Yeah, you guys can find me under Sasha Prendez with an S on everything, literally. I'm on every platform and every streaming platform. So if you want to check out the live stream, I live stream, and I have an exclusive shop on TikTok. And then my music is on every platform, from Apple, Spotify, YouTube. You can find me everywhere.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Now, going back to the marriage topic real quick.
Yeah, talk to me.
We've said it before a bunch. I've said it before, and I know Rob is pretty set on it as well for the most part. Of course, if you want to add on, or I don't want to put words in your mouth in certain instances, you can add into it. But again, we tell for the guys out there, we tell guys, and for me, my personal belief is not to get married at all, because there's no advantage for men. I mean, it has to be a miracle for a man to get convinced by a woman to get married. She has to show it by her words, by her actions, by everything. Because again, I'm a numbers guy, and numbers do not lie. When you're talking about 50 to 60% of divorce rates and separations happening, and then, north of 80% of them initiated by women, you have to reevaluate the fact that marriage might not be a good thing for you. And again, it's a fact because of the numbers, not because I say it's a fact. So that's my thoughts on it. And I just think guys should be well aware, and they can save themselves. We're hoping that we save a guy out there from a situation that he does not want to be in. Maybe there are men that want to be in that marriage situation. They love it. They feel like it's the best route to take. It's how they grew up. Just like I thought it was the right take until my experiences with women and dating and long-term relationships went through and have ended. And here I am at this point. So just kind of my take on that. What do you have to say about that, Rob?
I think when it comes to marriage, unless both people are looking to have kids and want to be parents and discuss that prior, I don't think there's any long-term advantage to two people getting married just to get married. That's my take on it. I don't think men should get married purely based on feelings. I think that's a silly idea. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the viral video with Nick Galante. Have you seen that video? The fireman that flipped out on his wife? You saw that?
I did see that. That was
there you go.
We did an episode on that, guys. Check it out. Our latest episode, one of our latest episodes.
They were in a relationship. They got married. They had 2 kids. She didn't even wait like a year into it. And she was cheating with the gardener, a guy that
landscaper.
He's not bringing any value. There's no valid excuse for it. He he didn't have more money. He wasn't bringing any more value. She just cheated, right, and ruined the whole thing. I don't think men should just get married out of pressure. I don't think they should get married based on feelings because, everything's going well now and I love her and let's get married because it's the next step. I think there has to be a mutual reason why you're doing this. And I think marriage, the whole purpose of it is to have kids.
Yeah, I can totally agree with that. I think it's healthy for kids to have 2-parent households. We see the numbers of the divorce rates and the issues that come and the trauma that it can cause children, and then you're kind of like, oh, well, everyone's divorced, like get over it. But like it does affect you in some capacity. Mm-hmm. I agree. I also think it's kind of weird to include the state in your relationship. So
another good point.
I think contracts are there. I think you can still have a ceremony and have a promise to one another under God. Mm-hmm. I think you can do that. I know a lot of people who've gotten married but didn't like sign documents with the state. There's like I saw this video and it was like, this is the regular marriage certificate and then this is like a different one that doesn't involve the state, that doesn't exclude the rights of the man. So I'm like, I think everyone just needs to do their research. Mm-hmm. It does feel like we've been scammed a little bit. I feel, and I totally understand why men don't want to get married. I also see a lot of men getting married later in life. Yeah. You're secure in yourself, you're established, and you meet a woman who's older. I think getting married in your 20s is a little risky. Mm-hmm. But like my brother is married and he got married almost 2 years ago and they met in college and they've been like together ever since. Yeah. And they're like totally meant for each other. So I was like, it's so great, and they look so much younger than they are. They're like late 20s, but they look like they're 22. Like they have baby faces. So everyone's like, oh my God, you guys are so young getting married. But I'm like, if you met them, if you knew them, you would be like, they're perfect for each other. And I love that for him. I love that for my brother. And she's perfect and understands him. And it's just really beautiful, and like they just bought a house and, they're definitely going to have kids, I'm sure. And I'm going to be like the cool auntie and like, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I don't feel like I'm missing out. Yeah. I don't feel like I'm missing out. I for a second I was like, oh, should I freeze my eggs? Mm-hmm. Should I do this? And then I just was like, how about I just live my life? And if it's meant to be, it'll be. I think, I still am considering the egg freezing thing, mm-hmm. but also like, I don't know. I do believe in like a predetermined destiny. Yeah. I feel like everything happens for a reason. Like you can see into the future, you can see into the past, you can live in the now. And, I'm a little bit more of a live in the now and can see into the future, but allow things to happen, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, see, the thing is that I wouldn't be totally against marriage if it was something that was 100% foolproof, because
can you make it foolproof? Can't you like put it on your terms?
You can make it foolproof, but again, DTA, can you trust the other person? Don't trust anyone, right? So there's certain things that, and these statistics just...
DTA, okay.
Yeah, don't trust anyone. That's DTA for anybody that doesn't know. I would definitely have that in mind every time. But of course, if it was foolproof, that there were no divorces, none of that, I think marriage would be something totally amazing. I mean, the union between a man and a woman, then eventually having kids, a lovely family. You're the thing of keeping that family together and having that forever, and then generations, coming in.
What about a prenup? Like, what about some sort of like contractual thing between you and your partner that says like, hey, this is... premarital assets are not yours to take.
Sure, but the thing is that 100% foolproof? I've heard of instances that prenups don't always hold up in court. So from what I've heard, obviously don't know if that's a complete fact, but from what I've heard and the stories that I've heard, even a prenup, you might not be as protected as you think you may be. You may be protected within some regard, but you may not be protected to what you think you'll be protected for completely.
And then it comes down to, don't marry someone that you don't trust, or don't date someone that you don't trust, right? Okay, she's really hot, she's beautiful, she's passed every test I've thrown at her, she's accepted my trust issues, like we say I love you now, been together now years, okay, great. And then if you're like worried about a prenup, whether it's going to protect you under, this odd and what if scenario, then maybe you shouldn't be marrying her, respectfully.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that right there is a decision that's going to lead to not marrying her. So that's 100%. But all that would be beautiful if it were just to work all the time. Having a nuclear family that doesn't fall apart, that's what you want. You want the nuclear family to keep that together, but it just doesn't seem to work out in our society nowadays, and it's tough. So that's why we've said what we've said with regards to marriage.
Yeah. And I hope that if you guys, well, first, I just hope that both of you guys find great women. I think both of you.
Thank you. I hope so too.
I think both of
Thank
you guys are both good looking dudes.
Thank
You
you.
guys are both intellectual. You're getting fit. I see it. I see the
course.
gains. I see the
I
gains.
appreciate the compliment.
And
Thank you.
I hope that you guys find and meet women that love and appreciate you guys for who you are, understand the things that you guys have been through, why you are the way you are. I think that's what makes you guys great. And that, you know, you can open your heart to someone who is a ride or die, you know.
We appreciate it, yeah.
And even if it's not forever, maybe it's a chapter in your life.
Absolutely.
You know, I just, no regrets.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always open to, you know, that sort of thing where something long-term, something great that works out. I mean, there's always, you know, there's a range, obviously. There's people out there having fun. I'm up for fun, hookups, whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
Great.
do you want a relationship? Like, do you want a girlfriend?
I for sure, you know.
And why? Why do you want a girlfriend? What is it about what is it that you want that comes with having a girl in your life?
Well, it's good to have someone by your side and not always be alone on certain things. You know, maybe not work related, because obviously work, you do your own work, but you know, if you have somebody that can hear you out emotionally, that you can talk to, that you can trust, right? That is great with taking accountability when she makes mistakes, because I'll do the same thing. You know, I'll take accountability for my mistakes and any issues that I've created that are incorrect. But yeah, just to have somebody by your side that's, you know, shares for the most part the same values and beliefs you have and that I have, and that is willing to create something and put something together so we can all be happy in the future and in life. So I'm always open to that. Again, I'm not forcing it. I'm not necessarily out there looking for it. I'm doing my thing. You know, we do the podcast. You know, Rob and I have some other things going on as well. But we, you know, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, we're out there focusing on putting a dent in the world.
Yeah.
Saving the guys out there, bridging the gap between men and women, and hopefully helping women out. As much as women like to hate on us, we're trying to, you know, we have said many positive things about them as well. But hey, when we say truth, sometimes the truth hurts, you know. Most of the time the truth hurts.
Also, it's based off of your experience. And if you've had bad experience, then that's fair. That's valid. Yeah. You know, it doesn't generalize all women, which is probably where people get upset, because they're like, we're not all like that, Nando. We're not all like that. Yeah. And I say that, you know, but there are some that are, and that's true. What about you?
You're asking like, would I want to be in a relationship?
Yeah. Would you want to be in a relationship? And if so, like, what is it about being in a relationship that you want that you don't have now being single?
I think just having a woman by you on a daily basis, having that like feminine energy, I think men are happier in the presence of a woman. If you're in a healthy relationship. I'm serious.
I like that.
Because as a man, like if we're being real with ourselves, I don't think you want to be watching Pornhub for the next 10 years, right? You want somebody that you can have a sexual relationship with, and like I said, just having a woman next to you, the right woman, I think it makes men happier. So that's how it is for me. I'm not going to push either or. Like some men have this like MGTOW mentality with like, well, I'm just done. I'm fed up with it. I'm not like that. I'm not pushing for a relationship. I'm also not like, well, I'm single and, you know, I'm going to just stand here and, you know, ignore dating and be negative about it. But I think, you know, like based on our conversation today, if I meet a person that I enjoy being around, I wouldn't rush into it. And I also learned my lessons in past relationships where, like, what happened to you? I had a similar situation. Things were going well. A couple months into it, it just ended. So you just have to keep trying, I think. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. So
and don't let the next person pay for the sins of the last.
You can't carry that burden onto the next person.
Oh, that like scorned energy. Like I'm definitely not. I'm not scorned. I'm Gucci.
Oh, Gucci.
I got it. I'm over it. Yeah. I'm over it.
Well, that's it. Yeah, you don't carry that baggage that you had prior onto the next thing. I mean, it doesn't make sense. You leave what's in the past. We say time heals.
Yeah.
And that's it. Bring positive energy to the next opportunity that you have. or the opportunity that you give to someone else, right? Because why not? So, yeah, definitely open to opportunities such as those, but again, not forcing it. We tell guys, work on yourselves, get away from the porn hub. If you're watching porn, you shouldn't be watching porn. It's something that we don't do. And get into the gym, work on your smell, work on how you dress, your hair, everything.
Be more attractive. Try to do your best to become more physically attractive, because that's your foot in the door. That's going to open doors for you, right?
Women will come to you if you take the right steps to take care of yourself. You will have the options. You will have women knocking down your door to come in. You won't have to knock down a women's door.
Yeah.
Necessarily. But again, if you don't stand out, you won't be that guy that gets that knock on the door and be able to open that opportunity. So be that guy, stand up, make it happen.
Be that guy. Real quick, Jenna, can you hand me my lip gloss?
Shout out to Jenna, behind the scenes MVP.
Pass it to me real quick. Just slide it to me real quick. Sorry, guys.
No problem. So we know you're an independent woman. You have your businesses. You and Jenna are taking on the world right now with a lot of activities that you have going on. Now, are you so focused, or are women so independent and focus on what they're doing that they're not necessarily focused on a companion by their side as much, and they kind of don't, since they don't put focus into that, it's kind of like a secondary thing where it's not really growing?
As in, like, the relationships aren't growing?
Yeah, like you have the opportunity, but you're not growing with the person because of how independent you are. You have that mindset, like, I'm an independent woman, I'm doing my thing, and I'm okay with having a companion right now or not having one right now. I don't really care. Do you think that's basically, do you think being an independent woman is affecting your relationships?
I would say no, because, well, one, I'm not a feminist, so I'm not like rah women only, independence. Like, no, like, I would love to have a man. I would love to have a boyfriend. Love to have someone be supportive of me, especially after I get done being on camera for 8 hours a day, or when I run off stage after I get done performing. Like, I love having a man there to, like, be there, you know? I love that intimacy, companionship, being with someone, breakfast in the morning, coffee together. Like, I love that. Like, I absolutely love it. I have vision boards and I write songs about that stuff, you know? So, like, that is so important, but I'm definitely not, like, too independent for a relationship. And I think that is where, like, a lot of women who are independent can intimidate guys. Like I was saying before, you get to that point where you're like, oh, well, you know, Sofia Vergara just came out and was like, I can't date a guy that makes less money than me, because that caused huge problems in all of my previous relationships. So now she's like, you have to be worth $200 million or more to date me, because she's like, my experience has been super negative, or men feel inferior and insecure. Or like, you know, I'm on the phone, I'm with Jenna, and I'm like, Jenna, this person didn't do this, and you know, and then it's like, I'm kind of in my masculine energy because I have to be a boss. Not a girl boss. I'm just a boss. Okay. I run the show. And so I'm like running the show. And so I have this masculine energy. And then to a guy that may be unattractive, right? A lot of guys are like, oh, I like my girl to be feminine. Like, you know, Tate is always saying, like, I want my girl to cry when she looks at a butterfly, you know, fluttering over a meadow. And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Like, I can be that when I'm not at work. And why am I at work? Because I don't have a man paying all my bills. So it's this double-edged sword of like, oh, well, you're too masculine for me. And I'm like, well, unless you're paying my bills, unless you buy my house and give me everything that I want, I have to go get it myself. So then you have to be able to compartmentalize and say, okay, I'm off work now. You know, I'm just chill Sasha at home, and I can just be me. And like, I always tell people on my live stream, they're like, what cologne do you wear? Because I sell cologne. I sell a bunch of shit on my stream, but one of the top sellers is various colognes. And they'll be like, what do you wear? You know, and I'll be like, well, if I'm going on a date, I wear a women's cologne. You know, I'll wear something really floral and really feminine. But if I'm going to go on stage, I like to wear a men's cologne. I like to smell
Interesting.
loud. I like to smell like musk.
Like bold.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And people like a head turner, conversation starter. Oh my God, you smell so good. What are you wearing? You know? So I like to wear really strong, woodsy, musky scents. I just like it. I think, you know, I like the way men smell. I think it lasts longer. So I started wearing men's cologne like years ago. And then with the women's stuff, I'll be like, okay, well, if I'm going on a date, like I'll wear something like heavy on the rose, you know, or something, you know, a little bit more fresh and fun and flirty. And I just think that those are my two. We all have masculine and feminine energy, you know, and I know a lot of guys who have a lot of feminine energy or who are really emotional. And I'm over here like, I love when a guy is emotional. I love when a guy is vulnerable and opens up to me, but don't just open up to me and cry and have no plan. So that's the biggest thing is like, I want a guy to, yeah, you can be in your feminine energy. You don't have to be super hard and stoic all the time. You can be soft. You can let me know how you feel, but be like, yeah, you know, and this is something that I'm working on, or, oh, I've taken steps to improve this. Like girls don't want to hear you bitch and moan and complain and then have no plan. You can bitch, moan, and complain and then be like, yeah, this is why I'm firing this person, or I'm hiring this person to help me with this problem. But like, man, we lost $1 million doing this, or whatever it is. Like, we want you guys to be leaders, even when you're being emotional. You know, there's like there's like this fine line. So, you know, it's just funny. I had a guy be like, yeah, well, I really like my women feminine. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, are you going to pay my bills? You know what I mean? Like, so I can't be a boss bitch because that's unattractive to you. But what's not unattractive to you is all these other things about me. You know, I just feel like, again, we put people in these boxes. We say this, and it's just not true until you really get to know someone. And we have a lot of false truths, you know. Oh, well, I like a guy that's super macho and masculine. Okay, well, that doesn't mean that I never want you to open up to me and cry, right? We all carry both things. Although I'm not attracted to dudes who are super feminine.
I think most women aren't.
We're just not.
We're not built to.
We're just not.
Yeah.
We don't tell guys to necessarily cry in front of women, so that might make them a bit feminine. I think that it would be best for them to kind of do that on the side. But if it's like you know, friend or family member like passed, like it's understandable. Like, oh my gosh, like come on, you know. But if it's over some nonsense BS, like, hey, take it to the side, man. Just hide out for 5 or 10 minutes in your room or something. Or
guys are better off going to their friends and venting, and then going back, right? Like,
and then going to the girl
because it's it's a turn off for women. Women get turned off if a man cries in front of her. She's gonna, let's say that she's gonna dry up pretty quickly.
I have had men cry in front of me and open up to me about things. Usually it's when the relationship is coming to an end, or they fucked up and they want forgiveness, or, you know, something like that.
And how did you feel about them crying in that moment? Were you more attracted to them or less attracted to them?
If they did me dirty and they cried, I was like, good, because you hurt me. So I'm glad that you're hurting too. So I liked that. But like usually if you've done me dirty and you're crying and begging for forgiveness, it's more than likely it's over between us, you know? Right. So it's kind of like, sense. Usually that's like the last attempt at like trying to show me that you're sorry, right? And that's what we want too. We just want apologies, like take responsibility, right? We love accountability.
We love accountability, especially from women.
Yeah, especially from women. We love that. And we want it from guys too. But you know, I've had guys before be like, oh yeah, like my business and all of this is shitty and I'm responsible for all of this stuff and it's just the world is on my shoulders and wham. And I'm like, I don't feel bad for you. Like, you chose to buy a house that was too expensive. You chose to buy this car. You chose to, you know, provide for these family members that you didn't have to provide for. Like, I hate when men come to me and give me the poor me shit because I'm like, you're a man. You can do business deals on a handshake. You can do anything. I'm not that women can't do certain things, but there's certain fields that like I don't excel in. I'm not a guy. Guys are like, I'm having to learn business. I'm having to do math, not just girl math. I'm having to do real math now. You know, we have to talk to lawyers and attorneys and contracts, and I'm doing real business.
Yeah,
and it feels like I kind of feel like a dude, you know. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a businesswoman now, you know. And I make
no femininity there, right?
I make it right. I make a joke out of it and make it fun, you know. But like in general, it's like when guys complain about stuff, I'm like, you're a dude. You are stronger than me. You can lift things. You could go do manual labor. Like there's always a solution. There's always a way. So I think that victimhood, anybody who acts like a victim, any dude that gets into that poor me attitude, that is unattractive. And then like too, like makes you look really unreliable, and it completely removes the safety and security aspect that we look for. Like we want you to be able to say, my whole shit's fucked up. I took on more than I could chew. I'm responsible for so much. I didn't expect this. I didn't diversify my funds, blah, 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 blah. But babe, here's my plan of attack. Support me in this, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what guys want. The guys want the support. And it's like, shout out to the top G out there. You know who the top G is?
I know who the top G is.
And I'm pretty sure he said this at some point in what I've heard him say. When a woman is next to a guy helping him out, supporting him, that's one of the most powerful things that she can do for a man. So
it is.
Yeah.
Support in what way? What kind of support? And that's for whatever Top G said versus like also what you guys think. Like how can a woman support you?
Well, there's her.
If you're going through a hard time or all of it.
Yeah, there's her bringing peace when you come back home and you're going through something, that she's not starting some other debacle, some other headache, right? She's focused on, oh, are you okay? Did something go wrong? How's your day? How can I help you? How can I support you? What can I give back to you? You've given me so much, but what can I give you back in this moment in time to bring you back on track in your headspace?
What do you need from me? Whether it's like silence, food, sex, what do you need from me? How can I be there for you right now? Because as a woman, like I can't fix your problems. I'm not in your business. That's not me, you know, but I feel you on that. I feel you on
and there's some things that she may not want to give to him in that moment because she just doesn't feel like it. But that woman providing that powerful situation, whatever that is to that man, whether it's food, whether it's peace and not talking to him, whether it is talking to him, supporting him, could be emotionally, could be maybe physically with some intimacy. Any of those things, even if she doesn't feel like doing it, that's a hell of a woman, and that's a woman that a guy should definitely consider keeping around long term.
Someone that has your back.
Someone that has your back in all different facets of life. So there's guys that are going to come home through and deal with rough things. I mean, you know, I'm sure a lot of guys, you know, that have these crazy jobs. You know, there's cops out there, firefighters. There's people that work on construction workers that work in buildings, even teachers.
Yeah,
you know, even stress, right? Even your realtors out there, whatever the case may be. Guy comes home. Yes, she comes home too. Maybe she was out doing her thing, working. Maybe not as hard as you because you're the main provider, whatever the case is. But she's there for you in that moment in time. Just like if she's going through a situation, the man's there for her in that moment. I think that's very important.
Would you guys date an independent woman? Do you want someone to split the bills with? Are you like, I don't know, everyone always says like, oh yeah, I don't want to be with a girl that's like super independent or, you know, or makes more money than me. Like, could you date a girl that made more money than you or was famous, or what do you think?
I think I would. You know why I think men say they wouldn't? It's because those type of women have a certain assertive personality, if that makes sense, because you have to be successful, and that's where the issue lies. I don't think it's some men might not be okay with the fact that the woman makes more than them, because you already know she's not going to respect you, if we're being honest, right? If she makes, I'm not talking about a couple thousand, if she makes a significant amount more than you, I don't think a woman can respect a guy in the long term, because she's achieving more than you are. So I think that's where the real issue lies.
Yeah, I definitely.
So even if we were okay with doing it, I think it wouldn't work.
Right. Yeah, you make a great point. Like for me, I'm okay with dating any woman. You know, she could be the customer service representative at a McDonald's, or she could be one of the top tier real estate agents in the country. I'm okay with it, but of course, long term, is it going to work? Well, that's up to the guy. In that case, it would be up to me to evaluate, does it make sense long term to be with this woman based on what she thinks of me, what I do, and her reaction, and all these things. I would say it's a little bit of a gray area because there's a lot of factors involved and in play. But guys in general are easy. We're good with dating anyone as long as she's attractive, she can bring peace, she's supportive, she doesn't start fights. And of course,
there's chemistry and there's attraction. Yeah.
There's chemistry, there's attraction. She's great with intimacy, great with, providing food related activities.
Great with you, understands you, can say, okay, these are Nando's needs and we're a good fit, right? And then it's like, I just saw a statistic, I don't remember the exact number, but it was just like more women are making more money these days because there's nobody to pay for us, right? We're not waiting to get married anymore. Yeah. So I'm like, well, if I want to live on my own, I have to go to work. And then it's like, oh, but then the fact that we're having to kind of choose between working and having a relationship, I think is fucking stupid. And I think that leads to like a lack of confidence in men. Like if you're really intimidated by my success, then like you have something you need to work on internally, because that shouldn't be a problem, right? Like everyone's saying you want support. You guys saying support. You're big on support.
Big on support, yeah.
I want support too. I want support too. Whether I'm making more than you or not, I'm following my dreams. I want support too. And I have not gotten that in a relationship. Just when I thought I had it, it was ripped out from under me.
Yeah, no, it sucks. I feel you.
Lies. Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, like, what is it? So it's like, I understand when people are like, oh, it's lonely at the top, or, on the way to the penthouse. But again, I don't believe in that. I think there's someone for everyone. I think you can have it all, maybe just not all at once. And women want the same thing too. Because again, if we were living in a different time, which we're not, this wouldn't even be a problem. This wouldn't even be a thing.
Yeah.
But, I know the girlies in New York, like we're all like, the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
It's crazy town. And I'm happy for the girls that aren't trying to be bosses, that aren't entrepreneurs, that are finding love, that are like comfortable in where they are in their life, and they're like, yeah, I'm not trying to be an entrepreneur. I wasn't born to do that. I was born to do this, or I was born to be a mom, or like, this is what I feel my destiny is, and that they're able to live and fulfill that. I think that's awesome. But it's like, I feel like we're being penalized for trying to be great, for trying to make a dent in the world, for trying to make money, for trying to, because when I win, my friends win, my family wins, everybody win. So when I elevate financially, like it's great for the whole fam. It's great for everyone, right? For sure. So sometimes I feel like my dad's son, because I'm like the oldest, and I'm over here like the entrepreneur, and I'm the singer.
You're independent and you're doing all these things, totally. Masculine energy type of things. So.
Yeah, like my dad gets hyped when we talk about business. I'm like, Dad, that's what we're doing. He's like, I can't wait till you call me and you're like, we got 1,000 sales in 3 hours. It's like, it's so cool to like have those conversations with my father, because I'm speaking his language. We're on the same page. But for me to not have that type of support from a man, or someone who's intimidated by that, or is like insecure that, people slide into my DMs, it's like, I'm in control of where I throw this cooch. You know what I'm saying? I'm in control.
Well, in general, ladies are in control where they throw around the box.
So if you are insecure when you're with me because of the attention I get online, then like, again, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. And so I just feel like, just as much as all men want to be supportive, or want to be supported by a partner, we want to be supported too. And it's not a competition. Like I've had men compete with me, and I'm like, I'm your girl, not your, this isn't a track race. Like we're supposed to be on the same team. Like, why are you not cheering for me when I won? Like we're not even in the same race.
Yeah, that's fair for you to say. Absolutely. I think men are a tad bit too feminine nowadays. There are men out there that have to change that and really be not bitchy, be a little bit more supportive. So I can see that. I totally get that.
I had a quick question for you before we start to wrap this episode up. Since you're into fragrances, what are some like top 3 fragrances you would recommend to men right now that you like?
Great question. I was actually going to ask. Yeah.
You guys got to shop with me on my TikTok shop. I got the deals. I go live, and when I go live, that's when I do the crazy discounts. And I would say there's 2 lanes you can go down. You can do like dark and stormy scent, or you can do more of like a fresh and clean, fresh out the shower, linen, rain type vibe. So some of my best sellers, like one of my best sellers is the Burberry London for men. And that one is like masculine leather, cinnamon, oak moss, opopanox. So it's got a little tobacco, a little spicy, but it like smells like leather. And we love that one. Jenna's over here nodding her head. Like we love it. And I know there's like Tom Ford, you know, like leather and oud and all this stuff. But I will say this, you do not have to spend $500 on a cologne to smell good. It doesn't matter. So whatever your price range is, I have stuff for everyone. And one of the ones that we like a lot is the Jaguar Classic Black. It's literally $20. Or like Black by, not Calvin Klein, Kenneth Cole. It's like musk and suede. Like I like musk, vanilla, patchouli. Like I kind of like those woodsy scents. And then you have like the Azzaro Chrome, which is like a nostalgia. I'm wearing that right now. I love that one. It's got like 16 notes. It's got some fruity stuff. It's got citrus. It's got a lot of floral, but the base notes are like woodsy scents, sandalwood, cedar, patchouli, tonka bean. So I think just kind of finding, if I can give you names of brands, I'm going to give you guys ingredients because the brand really doesn't matter. And that's something that, because everyone's asked me, Sasha, what do you want me to smell like? And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to make my own fragrance. So I'm making my own fragrance right now. We are in creation of that.
Very nice.
And my businesswoman. But again, I want to help you guys out. I want you guys to get compliments. I like cologne because it's a conversation starter. Okay. Someone says you smell good right away. Boom. Hit you with that compliment. You don't have to be super fit, tall, whatever. You can smell good. I've turned around and found someone, you know, who smelled so good, didn't necessarily find them attractive, but found them attractive after I complimented them on their scent and introduced myself. You know what I mean?
That's the way to go.
Guys, get your foot in the door. You know what I mean? We want to make good first impressions. And this is the video that went viral when I said, be confident and smell good. Like it's so important. So like my favorite ingredients are musk, vanilla, cedar. I love anything rose. I love anything leather, oud, tobacco. Like I like a man to smell like a man, you know?
Yeah. Those
like,
are all masculine notes.
Like bold, like strong,
like
you know,
bold,
let's
yes,
go.
Strong, let's go. And you know, even like the Burberry Touch, which is a very like more light and airy kind of scent, it's still musk and cedar based. It just has like violet and mandarin and other top notes, and it's a little bit more watered down. So it's a little bit more fresh, linen-y type vibes. So it just depends. Like my dad loves the Burberry Touch. He was like, I love the fresh and clean scents. And then I have other people who love to smell like leather and oud. That's a little bit more me, but that's a personality thing for me. It's like if I'm feeling extra spicy, or I want to be loud on stage, or I'm trying to get into that energy, I want to wear something heavy on the birch, you know, heavy on the mahogany, on the teakwood. Like I like that stuff. So I would pay attention to the notes and don't pay attention to the brand. The brand does not fucking matter. And that's what I think part of that materialism. You do not have to drop a bag to bag a baddie. It's the truth. And I say it on my stream every night. I'm like, you do not have to spend a lot of money to smell good, guys. It's about effort. It's about hygiene. I've dumped rich guys who had poor hygiene.
Must be really important then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Must be important to you then, really.
Bruh.
Really?
Loaded. Was like, I'll give you the world. And I'm like, dude, you don't smell good. Or there's like a mouth hygiene issue, or you're not flossing, or you know, it's like it sounds ridiculous, but like
there are people like that.
It like turned me off. Like your shoes smell. Like when you take off your shoes and it just reeks. And I was like, my whole apartment now smells like feet. This is disgusting. Like I just, you know, and that is proof that it does not matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter. It's about hygiene. It's about confidence. Smell good, you guys. Take care of yourself and do things that you love. Do things that make you feel good. Put out what you want to receive in the world. And whether that's money, great. You can earn money. You can always make more money, you guys. But this is just coming from me. I have literally dumped guys for poor hygiene.
There we go.
So,
there we go. Make sure you guys
saying.
smell good out there. It's very important. Obviously, we tell men that women have expectations of men, and they have a list of standards, which we get. And that's, for Sasha, that's one of them. So we totally understand. We totally understand where you're coming from. And And guys need to know that women have standards, and it is what it is. Whether you like it or not, you have to make sure that, number one, for Sasha, you smell good. If anyone, is trying to date Sasha.
Good hygiene, guys. Good hygiene. It goes a long way. It goes
100%.
a long way.
Yeah.
Like if I come to your apartment, if I come to your house and it's like a shit show, if your house is really dirty, like that's not cool.
That's an ick, I'm sure, for you,
that's
right?
an ick.
That's an ick.
Again, cleanliness, it's really simple. It's really simple. And like I'll keep repeating myself, you can always make more money. It's just, we want you guys to take care of yourselves. And if you are put together here, inside and out, that is going to permeate your existence. That's going to permeate your life.
And I can see where you're coming from, because there was a woman that I was dealing with, and she didn't smell too great in certain places. So it was like, not the best fit. So I had to move on from that, per se.
It tells you a lot of stuff without you seeing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. A woman, or, a man for a woman, not smelling good just doesn't dictate that they're going the right direction with themselves. Kind of just shows like they're in a tailspin downwards, and it's not looking good. It's not looking upwards at all. So,
yeah.
But
so you guys come to my TikTok, join my live stream. I got a lot of great products. We do a lot of health and wellness stuff. So we've got like vitamins and like gummies and a bunch of things that we're like, we want to make it easy for people to take their vitamins. I want to make it easy for people to smell good. We have everything in every single price range. So yeah, that's been my message. So ever since our podcast video went viral, that was when I was approached and they were like, hey, will you sell cologne and perfume?
Huge.
Amazing.
So that's actually
awesome.
kind of how it went down.
That's
they were
awesome.
like, yeah. And then I said, well, if I can make my own, then we're in business. And so now we're making that happen. But I've learned so much, and like just our podcast, not only our first episode together, not only changed my life for the better and allowed me to continue to make the dent in the world and promote more positivity and good health and wellness, but it's also like my friend, that fan who was like, this podcast changed my life. So that's just validation that like what we are doing is good, and the effort and the late nights and everything that we're doing, like when you want to do good and put it out there, like you will eventually, you may not see it right away, but you will see that return, and you'll see that we're touching people's lives. So I just want to thank you guys for that.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Amazing. That's an amazing story. Thank you for that, because we didn't know that at all. I know you mentioned the fan earlier, but the fact that you were able to lock in those deals and be approached, I mean, it just says that we're doing so much good out there for not just the men, but of course for the women out there, for all our guests. We're doing everything possible to help people. And, for us, we don't look for necessarily anything in return. Just, again, for you guys to, of course, subscribe on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, just subscribe.
To
that's all we want. Just subscribe.
That's it. Subscribe and follow us on all our social media platforms, as I mentioned earlier. But in general, that's a big thank you. Like, that's a big, how can I say it? Like, that's the gift for us, that we can help people, that we can, help you and, be a spark to your business, or be some sort of, side kind of help to your business. So
this is what we do it for, right? Like you guys started this because you were like, we've been hurt, we've been burned.
Yep.
How can we get this conversation started? How can we help other people so they can learn from our mistakes, learn from our experiences? And then here we are doing it. And I firmly believe you can do good and get paid.
Yes.
I firmly believe it. So guys, follow your dreams. Please shower.
Yes.
Please shower and have good hygiene. Believe in yourself. Be confident. Don't give up. Don't put everyone in a category. All men are trash. All women suck. Let's not do that. Let's not judge. Let's take time to get to know people and take the veil off your eyes, okay? People have to prove it to you that they want to be with you. They have to prove to you that they love you. Don't listen to words. Actions are everything.
Heck yeah. Boom. I like that. So great stuff. I wanted to ask real quick as well on the colognes front.
I love this.
For men and women, now that summer's just about underway at this moment that we're here in June, what for this summer season, what should men and women focus on wearing?
One of my favorites is the Barara King. And Jenna gets so many compliments on this. She wears it all the time. It's like musk, amber, vanilla. That's like the base note. And then the top notes are like citrus and bergamot and tutti frutti. She's over here laughing right now because I do this on the stream and I'll be like trying to memorize, like, I've said this 100 times. I know what it is. And she's on the computer like, nope, that's not what it is. So anyway, we have a lot of fun with it. But try out the Arabian ones. Guys, it's not about the price. It's not about the brand. It's about the ingredients. So look it up. And then there's a company that I am partnering with called CN1 Fragrance. We launch on Monday. And all of their colognes are luxury inspired, all ingredients based. They're clean ingredients. So a lot of the colognes have like endocrine disruptors. There's a lot of, phthalates and sulfates and chemicals in your everyday cologne. And CN1 Fragrance is like really changing the game by not including harmful chemicals in their colognes, and their stuff is like reasonably priced and affordable for everyone. So that's going to be my new project starting Monday. We're really excited about that.
Very nice. Very nice.
But yeah, guys, go check it out. You got to check it out. Look at the ingredients, read it. And yeah, spring and summer, fun and flirty, something fruity, something citrusy, but make sure it has something dark underneath, something musk, something cedar, a pepper, something.
A spice.
Like not just one, like make it 3-dimensional. You know what I mean?
Mix it up. Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, and mix it up and have fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll start to slowly wrap up.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I know you said some great lines before, but anything that you really want to close out with on our episode here? I know we'll definitely have you back. We're looking to have you back. We have some more questions for you, hopefully with another lovely guest, so we can all, can be 4 of us. But anything that you want to close out with? Any thoughts? Any last comments?
I would just like to say how grateful I am to be here and how much I love you guys and how much I love all of you.
Thank you for coming by. We appreciate you guys.
I have the best life ever. I mean, baby Sasha, looking at my life right now would be like, wow, you're the coolest. Like you did it. And I just feel like my purpose has been to use my voice to speak out and to encourage people to love and give love, and not in like a lame cliche hippie kind of way, but just in like a real authentic way. Like be who you want to be. You guys, be who you want to be. Take the advice, right? We all have different opinions. We all think differently. We've all experienced different things. Whatever nugget of information that resonates with you, keep that, run with it. And we'd love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you guys. Like if there's something that I said or either of these gentlemen I've said that has like changed your life, or you've applied it, or you've taken some of this advice, guys, I want to hear from you. DM me, okay? Message me. I tell all my people on live stream too, I'm a real person. Okay.
That's it. We're all real here.
We're all real. You send me a message, I will respond. Let me know. Just don't be weird. That's always what I say. Just don't be creepy and just don't be weird. But I respond to a majority of my messages of the DMs. Let me know what you guys are wearing for the summer. I want to know. And these guys want to know too. We want to know, has anything that we said, changed your life in some capacity? Have you, applied the advice and what happened and what came of it? Because we want to know. We learned from you just as much as y'all learned from us. So thank you.
Beautiful. 100%. Thank you for that. And Rob, do you have any last?
No final message. Great episode, Sasha. We love having you on. You're super fun to conversate with. And I think we talked about a lot of great stuff. I hope you guys got something out of it or learned something from it, got a different perspective. I hope the next time we see you, we could try the first official batch of your fragrance. I want to try.
Yeah, bring it on.
Yes. So it's supposed to be launching this winter, but of course, but again, that gives us lots of time. If anything happens sooner, we'll do a live review.
Yeah.
We'll do a live review together. And
cool.
I think that would be so much fun.
I think that'll be awesome. A heck of an episode.
Oh yeah, Jenna's got the Barara King.
Yeah, cool. Let's try that.
So this is from the UAE. This is an atomizer. So we bought the atomizer. You can refill it yourself.
Should I just put it on my wrist and smell it, or
spray the paper?
Oh my gosh, I sprayed the wrong way.
It's nice. It's a good.
Such an amateur with this stuff.
There you go.
And just let it rock.
Let me actually do it on paper too.
Yeah, nice. It's like a fresh aromatic. I can't make out the note in it, but
Lemon, orange, bergamot.
Nice.
Tutti frutti, musk, vanilla, and amber.
It's a very nice one.
And
it's a great one.
After some time, it kind of like sits on your skin, and then you smell like the musk and the vanilla more, and then other times you kind of smell like the fruit more, and then it's just super long lasting. Like we'll go a whole day, you know, back and forth from Manhattan to Jersey, doing this, doing that, and we'll come home, and my cousin will be like, "Oh wow, you guys smell really good," and I'm like, "It's this freaking Barara King. It sticks on, it stays on, and it's under $60."
Wow.
Very nice, very
Yeah,
nice.
So we get the most compliments on this one in particular. So again, it's not about the price.
I think this would be a great fragrance to wear like on a date or at nighttime. It has that like it's fresh, but it has like a little spice to it, right? Yeah,
It's that musk.
That musk, yeah.
The amber wood, you know, we love amber. Amber's a common note in so many famous colognes and perfumes. So yeah, this is definitely a nice night. This is a compliment getter. And when you bring the atomizer with you, it actually comes with this little thing, and you can refill it yourself. So you take the lid off, you pump it, and then you just take it with you. And my secret is I take this with me. I give myself a little before I walk into a restaurant, a bar, a club, anything. And then it kind of like, as I walk in, kind of settles on the skin, settles on my clothes, and then I smell real good. You make an entrance.
Very good. Very smart. Yeah. So, and good with the timing, doing it right before. You go in nice and fresh, ready to rock.
Yeah.
Like it.
That's the vibes.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
It.
Yeah,
look, I love you guys. We'll see you guys soon.
We love having you guys too. We appreciate you, and you know, thanks again for coming by. Well, this is again the second time. It won't be the last. We're gonna have you coming back soon, likely with another guest, of course, with Jenna, behind the scenes MVP. Shout out to you. Love you too. And yeah, just you know, leaving the guys and gals with the messages that you know, thank you. We are very appreciative of all of you, and we're grateful to be able to help all of you out, our guests, you know, the men and the women, whether again you hate us or love us. We do what it takes to be someone, or you know, a few of us to look up to, and be there for you, to support in any way possible. And we wouldn't be doing this without you. So thank you so much. And again, grateful for you. Hope we're changing and affecting a lot of lives in the positive way. So, but with that being said, thank you again to Sasha and Jenna. And for Rob, we are the podcast guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel on YouTube, like the video, and comment below. You can comment, you can DM us as well.
Yeah, guys, DM us.
Yeah, we don't always say that. So you can DM us and
tell us your stories. We want to know.
Let us know how.
Slide in our DMs.
Yeah, slide in their DMs.
You can slide in our DMs, all of our DMs. And let us know if there's something we can do to help you, right? Let us know what we can do for you. So, but just give us that support. All our social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, the podcast guys _ Facebook, Spotify, the podcast guys, and the podcast guys 5. On X, until next time, peace.